Welcome back to the GSL Code A. I am Wolf, and of course with me is Caldor. We had a pretty exciting first set, didn't we?
Yeah, Kreda against Sharky was definitely a great game, and Kreda was able to take it with 2-1. Now we have a Terran versus Terran on our hands. We have GuMiho versus Bomber. And this should also be a really great TVT. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, this is going to be maybe my highlight match. I'm not sure. This one is definitely going to be sick. I mean, a lot of people really have a lot of faith in Bomber. He's a big fan favorite, I would say, but GuMiho is definitely underrated and a very strong player. So, you know, I feel like this match at least says a lot about both of these players. No matter who wins or who loses, they both are going to showcase a ton of skill here because that caliber of play is going to be so high.
Well, guys, we are getting ready to jump in our game. Here we go with GuMiho and, of course, Bomber. From the up and downs, we have the Terran player for the StarTale team and the FXO Terran. He went out from Codes, actually. He wants to get back into Codes.
GuMiho, man, he is so scary. He hasn't had his finals yet, but I think his day may yet come. I mean, this guy is so good, and when he has time to prepare, he's even better.
Yeah, on the other hand, we have Bomber, a channel player who has a lot of ambition. He really wants to get back into Codes. He wants to make sure that he's the one who's going to advance not only today, but in the next round.
And this guy is so good as well, man. He's got so much potential. He's really shown himself so many times that's the reason why he's fan favorite, I would say. He has been around for so long, played StarCraft 1, playing StarCraft 2. He's one of the first players to ever really celebrate, the first player to get an all-kill in GSTL. This guy is known for a reason.
He trains a lot, practices a lot, and we will find out today if it was or is enough to beat GuMiho.
And we'll find out. Both players saying in chat that they're ready. The countdown has started. Our starting map is going to be Daybreak. A great map to start this TVT on. The more TVT I watch, honestly, Keller, the more I like it. It's such a great matchup these days. It's so dynamic. There's so many different styles. It's a really purely skill-based matchup, I would say, and I am loving it.
Well, we are getting ready to watch another Terran versus Terran. The players are ready. We are good to go. This is the GSL Code A Round 2 with Carl and Wolf. We are about to start GuMiho against StarTale Bomber. Let's go indeed, TVT, and to the bottom left of the map we have our first Terran player. He is starting for the FXO team. Here's the Towel Terran, also known as
FXO GuMiho.
And he played really well in the last GSTL match that they played. They played against NSOSA, and GuMiho was able to edge out 3 wins. His opponent to the top right, starting with the gas first. In the blue, we have the StarTale player.
StarTale Bomber.
This guy is known for his celebrations, but also known for, I would say, his enthusiasm in his matches. I really feel that this guy, whenever he gets a lead, he becomes unstoppable. He is the snowball rolling down a hill.
And look at this. Yeah. Exactly. He's proxying. He has the SCV already to the right of his opponent's base. And there's the proxy barracks, and this is not the only thing that he's going to proxy. He will follow it up with a factory straight away.
Yep. And he's going to use this barracks for add-ons. And most likely it will be a reactor. You can reactor Hellions out forward. Ganji, the first player I think to ever use this in a televised match, and it was on this very map. Just in opposite spawning locations. This really punishes someone who goes for command center first, or someone who goes gas first. You can fall to this a lot if you skimp on units too much.
It's actually really funny because this is a strategy. The first time that I actually saw it was at the GOM house when Major was staying at the GOM house. He was practicing, I think it was with Complexity Hard. I'm not 100% sure if it was Hard who he was training with. But, well, I came over and looked at it, and he just turned around and said, like, look, and this is the future of TVT on Daybreak. And since then, we've seen it so many times. We've just seen it a few days ago. And, well, let's see how successful Bomber is going to be with this.
Yeah, that is the big question here, and there is the reactor going down. First Marine is out to protect the SCV building the structure, which will make his reactor a little bit late. Reactors take so long to build, so he actually may even start a Hellion first. The choice is his. GuMiho going for a gasless 1-Rax expand, so he's going to come in here, he's going to see the gas, and immediately he knows what's up. Right now, he's going to check the bottom right of the base, and that's the last place he's going to check. Well, actually, he's just going to leave. I think he just knows what's up without even checking. The structures could be in the corner, but he's not even going to bank on it. He's like, well, I'm just going to prepare, because even if they're in your main, the preparation is going to be the same. He makes a bunker at his natural.
And there's the starport for the follow-up. He wants the Banshees as well. Well, he has actually several choices here. He can either go just straight for a Medivac or follow it up with the Banshees. But here it is, the 2 Marines for GuMiho.
The SCV is so important, he cannot lose that!
He will lose it. There's no way to save it.
That was a shame. There's no way to save it. You're right, though. With only the 1 Marine out, there was absolutely no way.
He sends one out immediately. He sends an SCV to the bottom left, and here are the Hellions, and those Marines, they are screwed.
Yeah, they certainly will be. Nice splitting by GuMiho, though, doing as much damage output with these Marines as possible. And this is actually slowing down the attack significantly as well.
Oh, yeah, it is.
But remember, since he lost these Marines, he doesn't really have that much at home. He's got the bunker up, but he doesn't really have anything inside of it. He's got 3 barracks, so he will be able to prepare. But this situation is definitely a good one for GuMiho, because he knows everything he can face now. He does have that bunker up. He's not going to send a lot of SCVs to his natural.
He's going to run by.
Oh, no, he will not. Well, at least not yet.
But he's trying to, and he fails. Oh, wow. Those Hellions are in trouble. One of them already dead. And, well, this was actually really, really well done by GuMiho.
Yeah,
Great
what a hold.
But on the other hand, we now have the Medivac, and this is something that GuMiho obviously knows. And he's already walking to the right side of the map of his base with those Marines, because he knows fully well what's going to happen next.
Yeah, and you know, he's going to have a total, it looks like, of 5 Marines when this hits. No, he's already gone up to 6. He's going to have, it looks like, 8 Marines, and if they are not all ready for that Medivac, if he comes in from the south, then he might not have enough. And then when those Hellions land, he might be screwed. But actually, with the... Oh, this is so cool. He's going to try to distract with the barracks, and he also spots the Marine positioning. This is going to allow him in. He's going to go in with 3 Hellions and 2 Marines.
And he drops them. He drops them, and they are ready immediately. The SCVs have been pulled. He takes down 2 of them even before the fight itself starts. But great micro so far by GuMiho as well. As you can see, we have already the main base, the second orbital in the main. And here come the Marines trying to take down this Hellion, and they are able to pull it off. The Harvester count now 26 to 24 in GuMiho's favor. He has double Mule at his disposal. And so far, GuMiho has read his opponent like an open book.
Yep. I love what GuMiho has done, by the way. At his natural, he's pulled his command center back into the main. He started Marauder production knowing that this would be a follow-up. And he's already walled off. He's got a bunker there. Where can these Hellions go? They have to go back into the medevac if they want to escape. But it looks like he's just free to trade here. And GuMiho, though, if he trades this, he's going to feel okay with this. But now he scouts. Look at this. He scouts the cloak being researched. He is so on top of everything.
It indeed is. And of course, immediately the engineering bay. Just imagine how bad this would have ended for GuMiho if actually the Banshee would have appeared and the cloak as well. But so far, he does not have his combat shield done just yet, but it will be ready in just a second or 2.
And he will be able to save scans as well. This is such a frustrating position for Bomber. He's trying to do anything he can to make this work. He has no transition in sight, no command center at home. He's still making SCVs, but this is there's no going back from this.
This is a very tough spot for Bomber to be in. GuMiho is just building Marines and also missile turrets. But all his attempts of putting pressure on the GuMiho are being shut down in the early sectors of the game. Bomber tries to transition now. He goes straight for the command center at his natural. And of course, GuMiho also very eager to land the orbital. And here we go. The cloak has been started and he will have to scan.
He will.
This combat shield,
lands.
The combat shields just help so much at this point.
Yeah.
Nice, well done. Saves the Banshee. Well done by Bomber here.
You know, Stim is more... Ooh, Stim is more useful at killing the Banshee, but for the longevity of the Marines, I think the combat shields are quite nice as well. He needs that turret. Will not get it. He's got him trapped. Takes that Banshee out.
The Banshee was worth it in the end with 2 scans and the kills that he's got. It's okay, but the problem is that Bomber is behind already, so he needs to make this work like really well. Here comes the Banshee, and at the same time he drops the Hellions. He moves with the Hellions into the mineral line, and he takes those SCVs apart. And whoa, the Banshee on the other hand, where's the Banshee? Is it still alive? I think it is. To the right side of the map, there's the Banshee. How many Harvesters have been killed? 13 by Bomber, but look at this small Marine force that is now walking across the map for GuMiho. The Banshee in the main base is of course nice for Bomber, but does he have an answer for those Marines that walk just past his entire army? I don't think so.
No, man, he does not. He's got nothing at home. He can try to send his Hellions back, but that's not going to be something that he can really easily deal with. And he scans, he kills, he's killed one Banshee, the second one Banshee is almost dead, and here comes Marines, but not only Marines, but some Marauders as well. Stim is about to finish.
It's too much. He tries to retreat with those Hellions, but at the same time, just look how GuMiho is now trying to just hunt down his opponent's SCVs. Already a ton of mining time lost for Bomber, and GuMiho knows that he does not have to chase them down. He's trying to kill supply
and with Stim and these Marauders, he can actually fight these Hellions as well, and he will. He will fight them, and he will take a pretty good trade here.
Yes, the mining time lost, and all things considered, he traded well here, and he is still on 2 bases with 27 Harvesters against 20.
Yep, he's, you know, I'm not sure if I like that he kept these Marines here. If he was going to do that, I would have liked to have him on the bottom of the ramp with the concave, but look at this, this doesn't matter, he has too much. GG.
GG by Bomber indeed.
Well executed all-in, but a good scout from GuMiho, and I tell you what, man, transitioning out of that all-in is harder than, like, getting a divorce, man. I don't know, there's just so much you have to go through.
Do you have personal experience?
No, I do not, but I can tell you what, man, I don't think I've met anyone who ever said they enjoyed the process of getting divorced, and I don't think Bomber was trying to divorce himself from that game, but let me tell you what, it's going to stick with him for the rest of this best of 3.
It indeed will. Sure. Being down 1 game, it certainly didn't do Creator any harm, but let's see if Bomber is able to pull the same streak off that Creator started after game number 1. GuMiho, on the other hand, he's pretty confident here. He played well. This was actually it was well executed. The scout came at the right time. He knew exactly what was on as soon as he saw that there were no buildings upon his main base. And from this point on, he had the units every single time where he needed them to be. He completely had Bomber's number here.
He really did. Just great reactions. Beautiful control of his Marines, and one of the best decisions he made the whole game, I feel, was sending that wave across the map. He's like, well, you've got nothing back there. I'm just going to go and wipe out what you do have. Bomber... You know, I actually have to give Bomber a lot of credit, though. He did not give up. His 2-pronged Cloak Banshee harass with Hellion drop was actually quite difficult to hold. GuMiho held it, but, I mean, it was well executed. With what little he had, man, he did the best he could.
Just imagine for a second that one of the Hellions would have caught the SCV that GuMiho sent out to sprout the Banshees. If the Banshees suddenly appear in the main base and there's no engineering bay, he has to scan, and he would have run out of scan in a matter of seconds. So this was really well done and well executed by GuMiho. Bomber, though, had the potential to win this game, and GuMiho hasn't won the best of 3 series just yet. We saw in the game before that Jakji was in the lead, and in the end he lost best of 3, so GuMiho, he needs to pay really a lot of attention to what is going on map number 2 if he wants to succeed in this best of 3 and advance to the round of 3. Yeah. Bomber is not out of this yet.
This is a very important match for both of these. I will say that if you're a fan of either or both of these players, don't fret, because I think there's a pretty good chance that they will make it through the up and down matches, but neither of them want to face that trial. They want to skip ahead. They want to get a free pass to Code S, and that's what they're working for, but it's not really free. I mean, they have to go through this arduous tournament, the Code A tournament, to get it. The map is loaded. It is Entombed Valley. We are jumping into Game 2 between Bomber and GuMiho to see if Bomber can tie things up here at the GSL Code A with Calder and Wolf.